We're going live. We're going live.
Okay, we're ready. We're here.
No, I'm
Everybody, thank you very much for coming. Yeah, we weren't going to do anything tonight. I don't stream on a Monday, but the UK has been put in lockdown. I'm in Northern Ireland. I'm quite pissed off because that means that I can't go and see my daughter possibly. So, yeah, we're going to just scream and shout. And Jim turned up. Mama turned up. Dave's here. And we've got Sal in the bottom corner.
What?
So, yeah, I don't know. Rant. Lockdown. No work, though.
Hurrah!
No work.
Good old-fashioned Marine Corps. Hurrah!
All right.
I'm working. That's not really fair.
But you're working now.
Well, no, I mean, I work from home, so it doesn't really matter. There's no travel
up to
restrictions
her
or anything.
knees. She was up to
Do
her
you know-
knees in permafrost today.
Wait there. Do the Americans know what our government's doing in terms of paying people? They are covering everyone's salary up to $2,500, up to about $5,000 a month.
80%.
Ooh, shit.
Really?
They're still arguing whether or not to give us $1,000 one-time payment in the United States right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been having a lovely little chat in Congress about that. Fun to watch.
The numbers keep going up and down, up and down.
Oh,
It's funny seeing the Republicans argue over whether they should give universal basic income, like Andrew Yang had proposed all along.
Hey, but why are they calling it universal basic income when it's fucking 2 months payoff?
Yes, it's not the same. Actual UBI would be in perpetuity, like for your entire life. Now, this is a one-time payment, so it is not the same. But with the rise of automation, and Mathpig can back me up on this. I'm a big proponent of. I know that the you know what AGI is? AGI, our artificial general intelligence. When it's called the singularity. When the rise of machines, and I know it sounds science fiction. But it's about to happen when artificial intelligence becomes sentient and automation becomes predominant. It's going to become predominant. There's going to be a point in time when jobs aren't really goddamn needed at all.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's around the
and
corner,
people
though.
are just going to be confined to their homes anyway, just like this illness. I can't say the name of the illness, or we'll
Yes,
get
you can.
What? Which
no,
one's
it'll
that?
get
Is that-
demonetized.
Is that
It'll
COVID or
get
Corona?
demonetized.
COVID or Corona? Which one?
Don't say that word. You're gonna get demonetized.
I'm not monetized.
Anyway,
Hi, Alias. Hi, Deconverted Jasa. There's a spare slot if anyone wants in. Just hit me on Twitter. I'll send you a link.
Hey, Johnson.
once AGI becomes fully automated, jobs are going to become so scarce that most people will need UBI to get through life,
Yes.
and
There is a
production
choice.
will go. Yeah, production's going to go up to such a point where it's going to be way more productive than if people were even in the factories or in the
problem
farms.
It is literally it's an ideological point as to who benefits from automation. And there is one group of people that says the people that own it should be the only ones that benefit. And the point is that's going to require a lot less people.
So you're saying, like, really cut down on the monopolies and the people that own the automation, like really
No,
spread
I
that kind of
think-
wealth out.
I think you're going to have to go back to it. I think you're going to have to go to UBR. Personally, I think you want universal basic income of some sort and 90% tax rate on salaries over a certain amount. I think that's the way you've got to go.
Ooh, 90%. You talk to an American, like, hey, you're going to get taxed at 90%. They're going to fucking shoot you in the face, right? Oh,
Over a certain amount.
right.
I mean, what was your tax rate in the 70s?
Well, I lived in Germany. It was 65% there.
I'm sure it was very high in the States in the 70s.
No, it wasn't anywhere close to that.
Top
No.
rate income tax.
Well, maybe have been a little bit before the 70s.
And I lived in Texas. We don't even have a state income tax, so it's very nominal. Yeah.
So there you go. You took over the stream. You's finished now.
What do you think of universal basic income, Mathpig?
Pardon?
What do you think of universal basic income?
It's socialism. Socialism.
It's socialism.
No, I totally agree with it. I totally agree with it. I think it will end up, as Jim pointed out, once automation kicks in and people have a better quality of life to actually enjoy themselves and spend more time, maybe benefiting themselves or enjoying themselves. Production and all that will become automated, and you will have to. I don't think 90% will get past because it's far too high. I don't think you'll probably get past 80.
Are we talking about production that's going to be sustainable? Or are we talking about keeping with what we have now and continuing to fuck up the planet because it's not going to matter?
Well, no, production could be sustainable at its current rate. It's the energy. It's where you get the energy from that's the issue.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, to continue, if you're going to end up with a shit ton of, yes, Jim.
Oh no, go ahead, Mama. It's my thing. I hold up my hand when I have something to say, but don't let me detract from you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're going to have this kind of machine taking over or whatever, the process of making them and stuff, we're talking about if we stay the way we currently do it, especially here in America, using fossil fuels, that is going to fuck us even more. So.
Okay. When AGI, okay, you guys don't understand the expanse of AGI, and I'm trying to get you guys in scope with what's going to happen, and it's going to happen in our life. Well, probably, Mama's lifetime. She's about 28. No, you're not. You're 30. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, you're way younger than me. It's going to happen in her lifetime at least. Maybe not my lifetime. It might happen in my lifetime. But when AGI does happen, dude, the only thing I can say is go watch, what's that movie with Johnny Depp where he controls the nanobots and the Transcendence. It's called Transcendence. Go watch that movie, Transcendence.
Brilliant movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, dude. It is so right. It is based on all the evidence that all the research that I've done, it is real. Whoever did that movie was right on point. When AGI hits, the artificial general intelligence, I mean, you're going to go to sleep one day and it's going to be the intelligence of a fifth grader. When you wake up the next day, it'll be beyond a doctoral degree. And then the next day it's exponential. And it's going to solve all our. Do you think it's humans that's going to colonize Mars? No, it's not. Humans are not going to colonize Mars. If Mars ever gets colonized, it's going to be completely silicon-based, avoiding gamma radiation.
Why?
It's highly sentient machines, and I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just
sentient in that context.
Okay, let's drill down and define sentience. Sentience is it having emotions? Because me personally, I barely have emotions myself.
Emotions in the context that we try and separate them aren't really real. They are chemical states. They are variables in the brain.
Right. Emotions are kind of it's a variable factor that can be discounted, in my opinion. And my wife always tells me I'm a robot, and I've been likened to Sheldon from Big Bang Theory or Mr. Spock, where I get no enjoyment from art, literature, poetry, music. Well, a little bit of music, but I'm not completely a robot. But I'm saying that emotions are not really a big thing.
There's a lot of evolutionary reasons for emotions, though.
Yes.
So
mostly shortcuts, and machines will have the same shortcuts.
But I can understand the emotionless part.
I think emotions will be phased out, maybe eventually.
No.
Can you imagine a world without emotion?
Do you know why?
What would a world without emotion look like?
again, you've got to explicitly define what an emotion is, and then separate it from anything else to say. I mean,
how do you suppose that emotions get phased out? Like I said, we're talking about these are not just like things that we have. These are well ingrained, emotionally deposited or evolutionarily deposited things that we've had for 200,000 years. You know, going back with our ancestors. Okay.
All animals express them.
300,000. They found some artifacts in Morocco. It looks like 300,000, but yeah, you're close enough. Emotions, I don't think are necessary.
Don't
just
cross
don't,
Mama. She told Mark Sargent yesterday to suck her dick.
No, wait. Mama Atheist, how many subs did you say you had?
I think it's like 131 now.
Oh Jesus, dude. Okay, my mission is to get you up to 1,000 subs right now. I'm gonna.
Atheist Edge will continue to do shots until Mama hits 1,000 subs. Go.
Here we go.
Somebody definitely die. I
will. Let's do a collaboration or something, and let's boost you. Cause you know how Holy Kool-Aid says. You guys all know Holy Kool-Aid.
I booked him yesterday.
Well,
for the
I had
20th.
The chance to meet him, you asshole.
Really?
Yeah, he came on to one of my streams. I interviewed Eric, and Holy Kool-Aid jumped on. I booked him for the 20th of next month.
Nice.
Very awesome.
He was in my studio like 3 years ago when I was first starting, and he gave me so many tips after the show. Holy shit, I'm still using them about audio and editing. And the one thing he said that really struck home with me was a rising tide raises all boats. That you think this atheist YouTube community is saturated? No, it's not. Go look at the Christian YouTube community, and you'll see that any people that want to do a show in our niche, let them do it, and it's gonna fucking help us all out.
She's an astrophysicist, climate change. There you go, Ola.
Oh shit!
So, Jim, actually, we're doing, my friend Chris and I, he goes by Atheist Pastor. We're doing, getting a channel together for teenagers about faith.
Wait, Amanda, before you do that, you've got to say something else.
What?
Jim, come on, Critical Pictures.
Oh, yeah. Please, come on. My friend Jen and I have a show every Saturday.
Jen who? Jen with one N?
Jen's Little Corner, yes.
Is it Jen with one N?
No, not Jen with one N. Jen's Little Corner.
One N.
Oh, a different
She's
Jen.
Australian.
Okay. Hey, I'm down. You got all my links, and every video has all my links in the description, so you can find me.
Okay.
I'm down, man.
We just had Godless Engineer on this weekend. That was fun.
Okay. I would love to get back in touch with the Gleason twins. We had a falling out, and I would love to get back in good spirits with them. At least at least establish a line of communication with them. Right now, we don't really talk, him or Caitlin.
So
but I would.
Jen had a fight with them too, and he, they made up, and he came on our show. So
the thing about our show is we're gonna repair bridges, and we're gonna build bridges, and we're gonna put out fires that I caused with this whole. If anyone's following this Stephen Kyle shit, I guess I caused more fires. God. Okay, I will not mention it.
No, we all just wanted to die. We all just wanted to die.
I will just. I do too. I wanted to die.
Ready.
Except that I've got Kyle.
I haven't done that yet.
Oh.
Hi, Jim. Welcome back.
Did someone just kick me out of the show?
Yeah, Mathpig kicked you out.
I do.
Who kicked me out of the show?
Dave did. Dave. It was Dave.
You motherfucker.
It was all Dave.
All right.
It's your stream.
Hi, Hissy. Hi, Hissy. Thanks for joining.
Hiya, Mathpig. sorry about the state. I mean, I spent the last hour ringing round old relatives telling them to stay in.
Well, if they didn't watch the news.
To be fair, I didn't watch it. I saw the news break on Facebook.
Well, I didn't watch it either, but whenever I heard about it on Twitter, I went and watched his statement.
Yeah, no, I heard about it on Facebook. I found a clip of the statement on Twitter. I don't have a TV license, so I couldn't just turn my TV on.
I watched it sat here doing this.
Fair enough.
I am not happy with it at all. You are not allowed to go and visit family members that do not live in your house. That means I can't see my daughter for 3 weeks.
Damn it. Really, 3 weeks? Damn it.
Apart from the fact that if you do get out of work, you could move there for 3 weeks.
Could you live with your ex for 3 weeks, though?
It's not direct. It's ex.
No, we're together. I work away from home and I own my house.
All right, okay. Sorry, when you said because your daughters living apart. So just all move in together. You're all in the same household then. Government don't have to know you didn't do it before today.
It wouldn't matter if they knew or not. Like, I stay every other weekend.
Can someone explain to me how they're going to enforce this?
Oh, they're going to have council and police officials out.
Yeah, fine.
And then they're literally the bill that's going to pass is going to let them put the army on the street.
Yeah.
Okay, they are going to enforce this.
Before I get into a rant or a rave or anything, how explicit am I allowed to be and how rude am I allowed to be on this stream?
This is a fucking pigsty.
Thank you. Brilliant, thank you. Well, as I said earlier in a private chat with someone else I was talking to, I bet Boris is coming in his frilly little panties at the chance of being able to play dictator for a few weeks.
But it's not that. The bill's going to give him basically dictatorship for 2 years.
Exactly. It is. It's probably. Everyone's like, "Oh, he looks so tired. He looks exhausted." No, he doesn't. He looks the same as he always does. Fucking windswept, slightly hungover, and a little bit of a prick.
He looks tired, but that doesn't change anything. That really doesn't change anything.
Love it.
Theresa May looked tired, and she was doing all right. Okay, now.
It is the best thing, though. It's the only way to actually enforce this. Is the only way to actually bring the fucking thing down.
I mean, the stats on the BBC, he's gone. The stats on the BBC showed that our progression. Yeah, we are 2 weeks behind Italy.
Yeah,
and we are progressing at exactly the same rate.
I've seen stats like that.
Right.
And the thing is, for the last 2 weeks, the World Health Organization and half the other ones have been saying that the UK government aren't responding fast enough.
No.
So we could have slowed this down, but basically Boris didn't pull his finger out.
To be fair, the government did ask us to stop going out.
Yeah.
Ask us. When do British people ever do anything they are asked?
So right, no, hold on. Let me just say. So because the British people are fucking stupid, we have to blame Boris for not putting a law in. That's a bit of a statement, like you're screaming and shouting that, but you're screaming and shouting that the people are fucking stupid. So let's blame Boris for not putting a law in place.
Well, to be fair, Boris should have known the people are stupid. He leads them.
That's you.
He should have known.
This is like I've been screaming and shouting this at people for ages as well. It doesn't mean that it's my fault because people are stupid.
I'm not, but he wasn't screaming and shouting. Half of his information changed day to day. There's been no real communication.
I'm not defending
the man, but I'm just saying you can't say that because... I'm not saying it's solely on him. What I'm saying is there was a lot more he could have done. A lot faster.
I'm intrigued. I think some of his advisors are going to have a lot to answer for, ultimately.
Definitely that. I can say that for definite, yeah.
I think
could it have been avoided completely though in any country?
No. This was at the end of the day. Here's the thing.
I hate Trump as much as anybody. I hate Boris Johnson as much as anybody. But really, are they really to blame?
No. They're to blame.
No.
Jim. Nah.
I'm not blaming them for the virus.
They are not to blame for. Right now. Okay, none of our governments hold much blame for anything.
Yep.
What they hold blame for is 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks' time, we are going to literally exponential growth on deaths. We're going to have, we're probably looking at 4 weeks for 100, 200,000 people. it's going to hit that hard, right? That's where they're to blame. They could have made a difference to that.
Yes.
By going late,
Yeah.
they have increased that number.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Right?
And
But to say
trade.
that they're to blame for everything now, well, no health system has reached breaking point yet.
Yet. To
We're
be
just
fair,
about
my
to.
local
We're just
hospital
about
reaches
to.
breaking point every other weekend.
We're just about to break over here in Northern Ireland. Like we've
Yes.
hit, yeah. We are just under capacity. And as I said the other night on screen, I was talking to a hospital worker. 2 chilled 40-foot containers have arrived at my local hospital in expectations of the dead bodies that's going to appear.
They've been stocking up hospitals with the red body bags, the contaminated airtight body bags for weeks. They knew this was coming, and they've basically done nothing.
But they haven't done nothing.
No, they just haven't done enough.
They haven't done enough. Yeah, okay, that's fair. They haven't done enough.
Every government is struggling at the minute. You know, there's very few that have come out perfect on top and done everything right and all the rest of it. There's criticism for everybody. But you can't blame Boris Johnson and then, it's the advisors' fault, so we move back and blame the advisors. They were taught something in school, let's blame their teachers. You know, it's... Stop pointing and saying it's this people. As Dave says, wait and see what happens. At the minute now, it's implemented in, and see what happens in the future.
The thing is, we rely on these people to lead us and keep us safe.
So
And they haven't done that.
I mean,
So
it's like
because
the
he
food
didn't, did you
situation.
stay in the house? Did you stay in the house, Sissy, or did you leave?
Yes.
I've been in the house for the last 12 days.
Right.
I haven't left at all.
Right? And this is the problem. I'm now regretting it because we're out of food, and they didn't get a handle on that first. I have no clue what's going to turn up in the shop tomorrow.
Exactly. So those of us who did the right thing from the start are now going to feel it worse.
And this is the problem. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to have to go out, and I'm going to have to go around supermarkets until I can stock until I can find food.
Yeah, I did
All
that
the
tonight.
essentials on Tesco's website now are gone. Not what I can't order any of them. I don't ask me whether there are fucking loo rolls. We can buy loo roll holders.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the worst
Let's
thing
have
is,
a look.
there are no shortages. There is plenty of food. It's just because they didn't get a handle on it at the start. So many people are so panicked that that everyone started hoarding.
Yeah.
They could have acted on that the day the fucking loo roll stuff started, and the food stuff wouldn't be a problem.
I have a cupboard in the house I call the Christmas cupboard. It's always stocked with everything. Tins, sauces, everything. I didn't have to go and buy fuck all.
No, neither did we.
Yeah.
We have plenty of stuff stocked up. We've been living on it for 3 weeks.
I've got a go bag with it's a duffel bag full of rations, MRE rations for 20
I'll give you the
days.
best one. I'll give you the best one right now.
Let him
The
finish. Let him finish.
Sorry. Go on.
Oh, it's a go bag. You know, being a Marine, you have a go bag. It's a bug out bag, they call it. Usually we keep it in our closet. It's got rations for maybe a month. Mine's about 20 days. It's got a weapon. Mine's a Glock 23 in there. It's got a survival knife, fire building gear, survival gear for living out in the wilderness. And it's something you can grab, boom, immediately and just walk out the door and never come home.
You're not allowed outside.
Yes. The vulnerability hour. Yeah, I'm entitled to go to the vulnerability hour. Okay, they are seeing hundreds of people queuing outside for it.
Yeah.
It's not going to help.
Shelves are empty, man. Shelves are empty. It's the big thing that's happening in the whole hospitals is happening in the shelves. We can't. Demand is overpowering supply.
Only thing I forgot to get was carrots. I was making stew. I've been a big giant pot of stew that I can live on for at least 3 or 4
I
days.
load it up on potatoes.
forgot
That's
to
what
get
I've been
carrots.
doing. Crock-pot meals.
You know what an Irish 7-course meal is?
No.
You guys know?
Potato.
It's a 6-pack and a boiled potato.
Smartish.
Just to I don't know about any other website, but Asda is our equivalent to Walmart in the UK. Their website has gone down.
I can say Asda, Walmart own Asda.
Walmart own Asda, yeah, so it's kind of our equivalent, and their website has gone down completely.
I've been finding the internet in general is just a little weird. Like everybody's on, everybody's home.
Yeah.
The whole internet is all shit.
I mean, you only got to look at this stream. We're talking absolute nutter bullshit, and there's 27 people watching.
Don't we always just talk?
27. That's double what I get, man. Mathpig, you're on point, baby.
My best ever was Darth Dawkins. I got 70 for all of 0.5 of a second.
My best ever was Frank Turek. We had 745.
You just keep making me want to kick you. I just keep having to kick him. These smart arse. Frank
Turek, he's like next to William Lane Craig. He's the Christian apologist, and we had him in our studio. Like my co-host Chris, like had a really spirited exchange with him. It was beautiful.
No, we know Frank Turek. Yeah, no, that would be good, and that's good numbers. Good numbers as well.
700, dude.
You need to be doing more live. That's what your problem is, Jim. The community loves the live.
Yes. My co-host Chris is working on OBS, and we're gonna get up live.
He's been working on it since you're
I know.
channel.
We've been lacking. We've been slacking. I understand that. We're gonna get back there.
I could have you going in 15 minutes, man. 15 minutes.
No, there is some advantages to doing pre-recorded. The advantages are if your dogs are barking, if Arn Ra's parrots are squawking, if you need to take a bathroom break, if you need to get a beer.
Wait. Aaron Ra's parents.
Parrots.
Sorry.
No.
Because I thought he was a grandparent.
That is funny.
He is. No, his son. His son has been on my show a couple times too, and he's a pretty smart whip too. Yeah, but no, his parrots, his birds. He puts them out in the backyard on the patio, and they still squawk, and they're very noisy. And my dogs, and so there's some advantages to doing pre-recorded.
Yes.
You can put a crawler at the bottom. You can clean it up.
Every time I hit the live button, he wants to go outside. He sits there for 2 hours, and he's like, "Oh, you've opened your mouth now, and you're talking to people." I'm gonna, Sammy, I see you in the background, man, but we're full up at the minute. I do understand. Here, hold on. Don't go yet. 1 second. There you go.
Sammy.
So he's what?
The thing about Arn Ra is he will never, for you smaller YouTube channels, the man will never say no to anything. If you want him on your show, he will come on your show, and he will boost your show. Use him. He was our no, I'm not joking. He was our springboard. We went from like maybe 700 subscribers to 5,000 because of him. We owe all our success to him. He will come on your show.
5th of April.
Yeah. Yeah. And the fact that he lives 30 minutes away from me, and he will come to our studio, and Matt Dillahunty will be sitting right here on my couch. That helps a lot too.
No hope we get that.
Shit.
Big fan of Matt.
When did you start Atheist Edge?
April 1st, 2017. So we're coming up on 3 years, and I know April Fool's jokes, but our first video was April 17th, 2017. That was our Easter show. That was our very first show about Easter, and Jesus isn't coming back.
When did Atheist Experience blow up?
Okay. Quick anecdote. I don't want to hog all your time, but when I was still an active duty Marine, I was stationed in San Antonio. I knew about Atheist Experience back in 1997. Maybe it was too early, but there was a time in the late 90s when I could only access Atheist Experience through cable. It was. Cable TV, when they do the direct access, the local, what's it called? Cable access TV, where they get the local people on the shows. But if to be able to broadcast a show in that city, you had to have someone that lived in that city. So I reached out to Austin and said, "Hey, I'm an atheist. I would love to help you out in San Antonio," which was only like an hour away, right? They would send me the VHS tapes and in the mail, like snail mail, and I would have to walk it to the studio and actually give it to them in person, and that was the only way that they would actually play Atheist Experience in San Antonio. That was in 97, I think.
But that's not when it blew up.
No, it blew up in like mid 90s, I get 2000
Did it?
95,
I'll
95,
I'm sure it
97.
did it.
I remember noticing them on public access before I knew what they were. Long
Yeah.
time ago. Yeah.
Way before the internet.
Right.
Internet was a thing in 91, but no one had it. And people started getting AOL, like dial-up internet access.
AOL is not
around. Yeah, AOL, like dial-up internet around 93, 94.
We got ours.
And by 2000, everyone had internet, though. 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My brother is texting me right now. Just
No one in the
making sure
UK
I
had it
have to
still.
text all the loved ones.
Well, didn't it? I mean, people in America had it for a little while before.
We did. Yeah.
Europe had
We
it.
must have got it in like 97-ish.
Yeah.
Well, that's why, like, .com, anything .com is American because we invented it. Over there, you guys have .co.uk, whatever. So
I have a .com.
So it came later.
I own Mathpig.com.
Okay, that's American. You're American now, Mathpig.
Everybody looks for the .com. Everybody looks for the .com.
To be fair, .com is not meant to be American.
It's totally American.
Yeah, but America is meant to be .co.us.
Oh, but no one uses .co.us.
No, they don't.
Because we all have .com.
Right.
Mine is atheistedge.com, but it'll take you to my Atheist Edge Facebook site because I'm too lazy to make a actual web page.
Right.
Shit.
If you
Sorry,
look, though,
I'm
it's youtube.com.
I'm just looking at the wages thing here for the UK. What is it? This is what the business has to do. The business has to designate affected employees as furlonged workers and notify us of this change. Changing the status of the employees remains subject to the existing employment law and depending on the employment contract must be subject to negotiation. And then the next point, submit information to HRMC about the employees that have been furlonged and their earnings through an online portal. And that's it. They'll reimburse
Isn't a
80...
furlong something horses do?
Pardon?
Isn't a furlong something horses do?
Yeah, isn't it a distance in a horse race?
Yeah.
They will reimburse 80% of furlonged workers' wage cost up to a cap of $2,500 per month. Working urgently to set up a system for reimbursement. Existing systems are not set up to facilitate payments to employers.
No. Yeah, you in the bottom corner.
What about me?
Mom,
Oh,
go ahead. Hissy. No, Hissy has something.
Go on.
Hissy, you had something?
I thought a furlong was something from a horse race. I've just found the list of the retailers who are allowed to stay open in the UK.
Who is it?
In full, it's supermarkets, pharmacies, newsagents, hardware stores, banks, pet shops, post offices, petrol stations, vets, retail shops in hospitals, laundrettes, and funeral homes.
I've seen corner shops as well.
Yeah, they're on there.
I just had a Marine that a mentor of mine, of 30 years of active service as a U.S. Marine. His ashes are already laid to rest, but they're doing the memorial for him in Santa Fe, New Mexico, pending all this. So it's like up in the air, and a lot of us are trying to figure out plane tickets and drive schedules. And what I wanted to say is, Mama Atheist, I'm really perplexed about this. You said you only had how many subs?
She only started 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I have 131. I started 2 weeks ago.
let me write down what I can. Let's boost her. Let's all take a moment to like see what we can do to boost her shit up. Well, what can you guys do? Because I know I can do quite a bit. I could probably get her to 1,000 like next week.
Okay.
We'll leave it up to you then.
Is that
Mathpig's gonna beat you up.
Fucking second time he's been on my second time you're on my stream, you bastard.
Me?
No, she has a far better message. She has a far better message, and it is going to be doing a lot more for the people out there in the wider world than anything I could do. I talk shit and I rant.
Mama Atheist, do you have a Twitter?
Yeah, I'm in Robbie's
What in YouTube
chat group with you. See anyone there?
I'm going to write down Mama Atheist. I'm going to find you on Twitter.
I'll send you the links.
Okay. Who's gonna do that? Dave? Critical?
Yeah, they're done. Sent.
It is so cool that I'm actually seeing you for the first time ever, and you've been on my show. Like, so you
Woof.
Critical Cripple has really done so much to help everyone out.
Dave is good.
Yes.
You guys don't know.
Oh, we
Dave
did,
is
man.
Can I put
best.
Go on ahead, Hissy. Go on ahead.
Yeah. Like, can I point out just to agree with that? Dave is amazing. I see you in live chats all the time, and I don't know how you get those links out there so fast. I don't know how you respond so fast. You must have them all just set ready to go or something. You're faster than most bots. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
Dave has done this thing, and we'll just call it this thing, right? But if people watching the live stream, the actual people in the hangout won't know, but like, see, having this ability to do this, and the wee pictures and all about, like, Dave's made all this basically.
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't be able to do. I can change the names.
How the fuck?
Change all
Dude,
the colors.
Dave-
We can change all the colors of the names and everything. Dave's built all this for us, and there's a few of us in the community that are using it, and he give it away for free, and it's an unbelievable
insane.
lifesaver. It makes everything so much. Oh my god! It makes everything so much easier. He
How
has
is that
improved
even
life.
possible? Okay, Mama Atheist, I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter if I can find you. If I can't find you, you find me, and let's do a collaboration. Now,
She's in the
now
Twitter
Jen with one in and I are about to do a second collaboration. She's gonna do all the scripting for it this time because I'm fucking lazy. But if you want to do something, I will jump in on it with you. Like, which means you find some woo-woo or some weird, crazy Christian bullshit that you want to talk on. You write a script. You give me my part or me or Courtney or Chris. It doesn't have to be me. It can be Courtney because everyone loves Courtney. You can have her read it, and we will do that for you. You know what I'm saying?
I'll do something for for Amanda. Could you ask Courtney and Chris to come on the Critical Bitches too?
Oh, not me. Fuck me.
Wait, she
Fuck
asked
me.
you earlier.
No, fuck me in the ass. No.
Let's
I'm
just
used
be
to it
honest
now.
at this point. Let's just be honest at this point. Every YouTuber on the internet is on the list to go on Critical Bitches at some point. It
Jim,
must be by now.
You already agreed to do it. I
Jim.
asked you already.
Jim, we have a couple of vets in the chat. Just wanted to say thank you for your service.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you as well. Likewise, and in this time of struggle and desperation, we thank the scientists that are actively looking for a cure, and I most especially want to thank the first responders and the caregivers that are out there risking their lives right now.
McDonald's over here was giving all hospital workers free meals today, up until the point where they decided to close and go home.
So what they wanted to do was spread Corona to all the hospital workers.
I mean, to be fair, would you rather have Corona or food poisoning from the McDonald's?
No, seriously, people got freaked out. Because in the shop there was a massive drive-through. Right, I went round for my lunch, and there was a massive drive-through. Fuck that shit. I parked the car and went in. Now I went in. Went in to wash my hands after I'd paid for my stuff just to keep everything right, and I went out and I leant against the wall waiting to get my food, and the guy in front of me, seen that they were nurses, and asked the guy to lift his food and move about 12 foot over onto the other bench. He was like, I'm not going over there, can you bring it to me? Now he was middle-aged. Yeah, it was a little too much.
Wow.
Oh,
Go, Jim. You've got your hand up.
My field of expertise involves pulling triggers, kicking in doors, and making bad guys room temperature. You could almost train a monkey to do that. I really want to thank the caregivers that actually spent countless hours of their lives to learn how to do that. That is much a bigger, and more importantly, the ones that are seeking to find a cure.
My woman actually works in an old folks home. She has to lots of cautious. They've actually ran out of paper towels and everything. You have to use paper towels.
I know this sounds like I'm going to say something really dumb and probably going to shout at me now, right? But wouldn't it be better now if you had the daughter and she stayed out of contact with everyone else other than the people in the care home?
Yeah, do you want to see how that reaction went? That didn't go well. Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to see the child for, but this is before I seen the 3 weeks. I was like, I'm not going to see the child for possibly months. And she was like, well, it's just something we'll have to do. You can, we'll video time every day. And I was like, that's fucking good for you to say. You live with her most of the time. Do you want to change the boots? How about I come and take the child? No, that did not work.
Oh, shit. It's good, man.
I've noticed the trend. Every time we make Jim put his hand up, he drinks until he puts his hand down.
Has Mama had 1,000 subs yet? He has to keep going.
Okay, so let's just keep talking so his hand stays up then.
Go on ahead,
Yeah,
Jim.
no,
Go on
keep it
ahead.
up.
I really don't have anything to say. I was just gonna drink.
That was the totally
The hand
most
automatically goes
soberest
up.
thing.
I did this before the show, but this is my authentic Irish shillelagh. I was gonna show the Mathpig. It's got a shamrock on it. I traded this for an authentic United States Marine Corps NCO sword, and this is a full-on no bullshit shillelagh. Look at this thing. You could ruin someone's whole weekend with this.
What is a shillelagh? What does it do?
It will take a kneecap out for sure.
Think of a leprechaun fucking walking stick.
Dude, it's got some fucking heft to it. It's like got something to it where it's like that it means business. Anyway.
Have you tested it?
No, I have not. Last time I've ever seen. Oh, we're about to get dark here. Everyone, like 18 and over, go ahead and walk out of the room.
We're
Go
all
ahead, turn it up.
Yeah, we're all 18 and over.
Okay. I've been. You want to see? I could show you some shrapnel wounds if I got up and put the camera on it. So I've taken shrapnel. I've been shelled. I've been in 3 firefights. I've had Marines die in my arms. My unit has killed. Just my last 2 are 168 people. 168 KCs, which is kill capture. Not all of them have died. Some have been captured, but yeah, dude, I've seen a little bit of the worst in humanity, and I don't want to think that that's our nature. You know what I'm saying? And with this whole drama that's going on surrounding me, I don't know if you. I know Mathpig is aware of it, and he said don't bring it up, and I'm not bringing it up, but there's a lot of drama going around in our atheist. It's so minuscule. It's so small compared to the big picture, and just look at the big picture, and let's all try to just get together and focus on the big picture and go after the real targets. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. I just wish people would listen. And this is the problem. You're kind of preaching to the choir. Say that on an atheist channel, but you know what I mean. We're all we know that's why we're here. And I do want to say thank you for putting this together so quickly, Mathpig. I was so relieved when I came online and noticed you had a stream going. Because I was like, yes, there'll be something to occupy my mind tonight.
I was literally in the shower.
Exactly.
You were in the shower thinking about us.
No, I get into the shower, and just as I get into the shower, the phone went ding ding, and it was Jim going, "I'm drunk, finished my editing, what's fucking going on?" And I was like, right, that's an opportunity for a fucking stream right there.
I'm drunk. I want to do a show. Thank you. Good night. Thank you, Cleveland. Good night, Cleveland.
That's the perfect pub, baby. What's going on? I don't know. What do you got?
My only worry is I am actually short on alcohol in my flat. Is it worth going out for or not?
Yeah, no, have we?
Is alcohol a necessity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I go out without getting a fine?
It's not going to be enforced to the bar. They'll not enforce it tonight.
As long as you go to a petrol station to get your alcohol, you can pretend that you need fuel.
I don't drive. I'd have to get a taxi there or something.
Alcohol is fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, well, exactly.
Do our petrol stations sell alcohol?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Some of them do.
Some of
Mine
them.
do.
It depends if they have a
can-
shop attached. If they have a shop attached to it.
I can literally walk.
Every shop in Texas sells alcohol and guns. I know what Texas is like.
Well,
It's not just Texas, Dave. It's
There's-
really not.
there's one literally I could throw a rock and hit it. It sells
Really? Right now in your state, you could throw a rock.
sells
and you sure you'd hit
sells
it?
It sells vape for my vape pen, which I need. I need my nicotine right now, which the virus of which the name we cannot speak attacks the. Oh, it's already been spoken. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it attacks the respiratory system. So, doing this, I'm a sitting duck, so I cannot get the thing because if I get the thing, I'm probably tits up.
Our local off
You know what I'm
license
saying?
has said if they close the doors, just look us up on Facebook, send us a message. We'll be doing a delivery system.
There we go.
See, my local hospital usually is running at capacity on the average Tuesday night in June. My local hospital is not well funded or well run. I smoke, I've got asthma, and I'm overweight, which means I'm dead if I catch this thing because they ain't going to treat me if this goes the way it's going. So,
Yeah, but you're less.
what am I going to do?
30,
I am under 30, but that's the only thing I've got going for me at this point.
But it means the
Quit
chances of
smoking.
getting
Quit
serious.
smoking. Just start vaping. It's a little bit better.
Vaping makes me sick.
No, it's
Like, really
this
sick.
This is beautiful. It got me off smoking.
Me too.
I vaped once for 3 days and got a chest infection.
No, just
That happens to people.
well, okay.
That's what
You probably went too hard on the amount of nicotine because this packs a punch. Doing this a couple tokes is more than a pack of cigarettes. You got to go easy. So just try this. Try vaping. It'll get you off the cigarettes.
I've tried it 2 or 3 times. Every time it makes me sick.
7 years, baby. I haven't touched a cigarette.
To be fair, I smoke on streams and when I'm stressed, and that's it.
What were you saying,
So-
Mama?
That's if you not stop, you're going to change smoke for the next 3 weeks at least.
What were you trying to say, Mama?
I went from
Fuck you, Dave. Sorry. Some residual anger left from yesterday.
That was hilarious, though. I am going to make a highlight video. I am going to make a tiny. Did you see the?
you just want a video of Amanda screaming "fuck off" at everyone.
Oh man! Did you see the
and
new T-shirts?
Mathpig.
Did you see the T-shirts I've been working on?
No.
Did you
No, I
not
did,
see
yeah.
the T-shirts from Amanda? No.
Yes.
Isn't that brilliant? Oh, go on
I
ahead,
just
Jim.
want an achievement unlocked T-shirt that reads "Made Amanda swear at me."
Go ahead, Jim. Jim,
I'm gonna do
shut
that.
up! Shut up!
What
Shut up!
Amanda going to say?
Let Jim talk. Go ahead, Jim.
No. What were you?
No,
gonna say?
wait. I want to see how long you can hold this hand up.
All I was gonna say
He's not drinking. It's not fun.
was that I started vaping 7 years ago, and that's why I stopped quitting. Exact same time. That's all I was gonna fucking say. Okay, Jesus.
Sorry, Jim. Go on ahead.
I'm not even in the show right now.
Yes, you're in the show.
Oh, there I am. Oh, no, I moved up to the top right corner. I'm in the secret square almost. Okay.
There's musical chairs in here tonight.
You remember Celebrity Squares? Whoever's in the middle chair gets to be the X Factor. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, Mathpig is notorious for taking shit out of context and making a clip out of it, and like the funniest shit. Me and Richard Mattson. He's a believer that believes in some weird fringe. What?
Is this going to be about horses?
It's about double penetration and goats.
It will. Yes, double penetration. It will be about double penetration.
Have you not seen it, Hissy?
It's not horses.
About on streams.
It's not horses. It's goats. But Richard Mattson and I had a conversation about what a dual penetration 40 millimeter round will do to the side of a tank, and Mathpig took the entire video out of context and made a separate video out of it, and it sounded like so porn, man. It was like 9 inches hole, and it sucks a goat and a sheep right out of that hole, and it was.
I need the link to this video, Mathpig.
I'm loading it now. I'm loading it now.
Loading it right now.
In saying that, right, I don't know if we can say it. Well, nobody's going to watch this, but do you remember Ron Jeremy from the 80s? Yes. The ugly man with the horse penis.
Oh, yes.
Ron Jeremy. Well, I went and got a sound. The soundtrack on this is from the Ron Jeremy porn soundtrack that he released himself. Right. I'm gonna have to do some fucking.
I wasn't born in the 80s. How do I know that face, having Googled him?
Because it's Ron Jeremy and he's in a lot of movies.
That's like the face out of my nightmares. What even?
Ron Jeremy, the hedgehog. You don't know Ron Jeremy?
I was born in the 90s.
This was 70s. I'll give you. Yeah, it was 70s. Back with Swedish erotica.
You like the Swedish erotica, do you?
Swedish erotica.
You remember what's her name? Gosh damn, I forget the blonde that he was. Seika. Remember Seika?
Okay, this should be worst live production ever, but it should work. Can you see this?
Oh no! Here we go.
Hold on. I think the audio's going out the wrong frickin' feed.
No, I hear it.
But really badly.
By what you're showing on the video either.
What?
It looks like OBS, not the video.
Now, just so you know, we're talking about a grenade that goes through a tank, but it sounds so porn.
We know what you're talking about.
There we go. Settings changed.
It's a dual penetration.
Who are we saying for again?
Yes, it goes through the skin of the double penetration.
Right.
And I actually saw it with my own eyes. They put a live goat inside. They recorded it.
Gone.
We saw it, and we went out there and saw the pieces. Let me narrate it for you. You can't hear it, can you?
I can't hear it now.
All right, it's about double penetration, and it sucks a goat out of a hole, and you can suck a goat and a sheep out of a hole that's 9 inches wide. And it's so out of context, and it's so funny.
Why is that so fucking quiet?
Because you turned it all the way down.
A little bit less than a 3-inch hole.
It's very quiet though.
5 pigs.
No, it's still quiet.
Yeah.
It was louder before you when you said you were going to change the feed.
Yeah. And can the people in the chat? Can the people online view it? Hear it?
Somebody will put the link in the chat. It'll not matter.
Let me try to find a link.
You got the link.
Is there, isn't it?
That.
Oh my god, my Twitter's blowing up with Kyle and Steve bullshit. If you guys, if any one of you could please just answer all my Kyle and Steve bullshit nonsense.
There's nothing for us to answer. We're not involved.
Please, could someone get involved? Is what I'm asking.
Okay, hold on. Here, I'm gonna get involved real quick. You should have never done that shit. Now let it go.
You're so right. You're so right. God damn it. And my views of going like 40 today minus 50 tomorrow plus 60 tomorrow.
Go back up.
The next day, yeah.
I'll go back up. Do content. Don't watch.
Why?
Mathpig,
He's asking you a question why you did it.
good.
No,
good-
not
good
why he
try.
did it. Why is
Let,
it?
let me just let me narrate this entire video. It sucks a goat out of a hole that's and it's
They'll all
9
go and
inches
watch
big,
it. They'll all go and watch
it's
it, Jim.
Oh, wait,
sheep and
what did
chickens
Steve
and-
did?
and it sucks something through a hole, and it sounds like it's a glory hole, and it sucks chickens through a hole, and it sucks goats through a hole, and the hole, what is it? It's 12 inches? No, it's 9 inches wide. That's the video.
No. At the very end of it, I made sure to keep in that I put in the chat, I'm going to turn this conversation into a video, and you said that was okay. So I stuck that at the end of the video as a disclaimer.
My life is an open book, baby. You can, whatever is on air, you can use. I don't give a shit.
So Dave was talking to you.
It was the funniest shit ever.
Dave
was
screamed
funny.
something Steve at you, and then I don't know.
Well, he said that Steve was sucking something through a 9-inch hole.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I think you just broke the internet.
Oh god. I get another beer.
That was great.
Oh,
I know what I said.
my Twitter's just pinged. Grumpy old dude has just finished watching Life of Brian
Ooh.
for the first time.
Oh my.
Jay said it was
I
meh.
really don't think that they are such a high pedestal as some people in the community put them there. It's a good video and movie to watch every now and
I
again,
don't
but
think it's worthy of worship, but it's all right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But I also think it's better than meh.
meh.
Way better.
Honestly, you sound like you're arguing over a sandal.
Cool.
I didn't like Rocky Horror Picture Show the first time I saw it. Now it's one of my favorite movies. So maybe you just need to give it another one.
It can take a bit of getting used to.
Jay, try again. I don't know what to say to you. Sorry. I love you.
Jay watches a lot of movies though. Have you not seen what's behind him? You know.
No, but he's
They're all for show. He's never watched a single one. It's like the people that put books behind them.
Hey! How have you not? I've read every single book on my show except those ones at the top because they're new.
I think we broke Jim. I think Jim actually broke.
We can get it here.
Meh. Meh.
Meh.
I will give you a shrubbery. It's funny.
Wait,
Can't talk about.
Pardon.
What we should do is spend the next hour discussing Doctor Who.
Well,
Yeah, but which one?
very caught up. So you're gonna have to all right, narrate. Go on.
Yep.
Stop.
No, no,
It's too boring. We're gonna interrupt you.
No,
No.
Doctor Who.
No.
Fuck me.
Okay.
Okay.
No, Doctor Who.
Okay, that's fine.
Why do you hate me so much?
Go on ahead, Mama. Go on ahead, Mama.
He was specifically coming on my show to talk Doctor Who. So now you want to put on
Oh
your
no,
show?
no, that's fine. You fucking take him to your show and talk Doctor Who. Fuck him and his Doctor Who. I'm not a fan of Doctor Who, and he knows that.
How many people can I wind up with one?
Hi, Sammy. How's yourself tonight? Dave's not allowed back. Are you going to talk this time? I got a
You don't know.
Hey, Sammy. I'm sure.
Hello.
Don't die, Dave!
No. No.
You're right.
Oh, it's great.
Oh,
Oh, perfect.
is that live?
Sure is.
Perfect. Timing.
It can't be.
Timing is so great.
You see my
That was
bottle
live.
opener?
That's my dog.
Behold my bottle opener.
Oh, you made that.
Do you have to grip it tight?
You might be holding it the wrong way.
Oh wait, my bottle.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now it has an entirely different perspective.
My brother gave it to me from his vacation to Vietnam. Dude, it works good though. Let's
Does
look
it?
at it. Well,
It's
you know,
definitely a conversation.
I don't know.
It's
You don't know.
definitely a conversation.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere in Eastern Asia right now.
East Asia will be over it sooner, though.
Yeah,
No, because
probably.
they started earlier.
Yes.
I don't even know what this whole 1 month quarantine state. See, Dallas Fort Worth in Texas, we're in a shelter in place now for 30, 45 days. And is that going to even work? Or I don't know the science
Something
behind
out.
this virus. And now they're saying there's a second super corona that's coming out.
What, is that like a pint instead of a bottle?
Side.
There is a risk. Because so many people are infected at one time, there is a risk of a more virulent or more dangerous version coming.
Right.
I have not
Oh,
heard any reports of that
Jesus.
happening.
I can't.
See, my prediction early on was the Yellowstone caldera. You guys know about the Yellowstone caldera?
I go boom.
Yeah, that was my prediction for the extinction level event. And that was, okay, if you guys aren't aware, I think it's in Washington or Oregon. The whole, the Yellowstone National Park is built on top of basically a gigantic mega volcano that's underground. And it's 60,000 years overdue to do some really nasty shit to the earth. And that was going to supersede all my expectations for even near Earth asteroids as far as an extinction level event.
That's what killed.
That's something to look forward to. But right now,
I mean, it's one of those things. That it's quite.
Mama,
Oh,
Mama
someone just-
was trying to talk. Go on ahead, Mama.
Mathpig, could you show your goddamn face?
Yes.
Mathpig, show your face, bitch.
1 second, Hissy.
I want to see your stupid Irish face. There you go. There he is.
See how autofocus it is. That's why
No,
I
keep
don't.
keep doing that. I like that better.
yeah, I need one of those.
No, you're a sexy bitch.
Why does no one have Mathpig merch yet? Right there, I've got a link to
Oh,
that.
look at the merch. He's got the
Yeah.
merch.
Oh yeah, man. We've even got a mug that says "My mum held my wood."
Oh, did you see Jim's wood?
His ukulele.
No, he had his wood out.
Yes, I'm here. I'm always watching.
My bottle opener
Right.
from
I'm gonna
Vietnam.
jump out and let Hissy back in again, and then I don't know. Someone's gonna have to take a sword or something.
That's probably gonna get us. This will get us demonetized, probably.
But there's no monetize.
In terms of the volcano, the whole like 60,000 years overdue thing is not exactly pertinent. I mean, when it comes to volcanoes, yes, there is a timeline that's expected, especially however it went off in the past. But to actually say, oh, it's going to blow any day because it's 60,000 years overdue, it's not a really correct statement to
But
make.
if it's been on a set timeline that's been pretty reliable for six different explosions, I think 60,000. We'll give it 100,000. So within the next 40,000 years, we're all fucked, especially in North America.
We do not.
This is one of those stupid things, right? If people realize that it's God.
I'm not climate change. Shut the fuck up. I will shut the fuck up.
No, Mama, go. No, talk, Mama.
No, I mean, you talk about the volcano, but we have to deal with what we're doing to the climate first. We do not have anywhere near 40,000 years left. We do not need to worry about that volcano. So
good point. Good point.
More important
because climate change will end us before then if we don't get the CO2 levels down. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and plus there really is a goddamn thing we can do about the volcano.
Yeah, you're right. You're fucking right.
We are perfectly capable of draining off a load of the energy.
Yeah, but we would have to know the timeline of it. We would have to be.
We're assuming you've got thousands of years. Is my point.
Yeah, and we don't. Like you said, it's that's the thing. It's not really.
You guys.
But yes, I'm done.
My only hope is, which is a great hope, which is I think what's going to save us is AGI. And I hate to say it, but go watch what's the goddamn with Johnny Depp? I mentioned it earlier. Transcendence. Go watch Transcendence, and you think that's a fucking movie? That's a documentary about what could happen. And I'm not overstating this. AGI once silicon-based machinery gains sentience, which you think it could not happen. We are so close to it. It could happen in my life. It's definitely going to happen in Mama Atheist's lifetime. Definitely, I guarantee it will.
It's a woo word, though. It's not a
word. And when it happens, it is going to solve all. It might make us extinct because it might say human Homo sapien a carbon-based life, you're irrelevant, you're gone. It might completely extinguish us.
So the Matrix.
But it will live on. Whether we are a part of it or not, it's going to live on, and it's going to populate the entire Milky Way galaxy.
Is it possible for them to make their own life form for them to procreate?
Procreation for them is a different subject. It's not a sexual procreation.
Otherwise, they die off.
Well, it's not a sexual procreation. It's a hive mind where they all share intelligence. First off,
so will that be able to extend?
Oh God, exponentially throughout
Alien
the
overlords.
Milky Way. and it's not subjective. It's not subjected to gamma radiation bursts, or it doesn't have to breathe air, so it can go in. Oh God, it's gonna be just a expansive thing. And if anything ever populates our solar system / galaxy, it's gonna be without carbon-based life forms being really
right. But logic,
a part of it.
It's already.
Huh?
Because the technology is not there.
But once we're this close to it happening. Once it happens, we just sit back and let it happen from there. It's going to do its thing. Especially if it gets access to the internet. Holy shit. It's going to be fucking...
All you've got is it has to have an aim.
But I get emails.
Well, its goals may or may not align with ours. And even if they do align with our goals, they still might seek to extinguish us. Sam Harris did a beautiful TED Talk on this.
How do you... you've got to...
Mr. Harris is a little... But, hold on a second. No, hold on, because this is interesting. So, eventually, it has to come down to it self-sustaining.
Yes. Yeah. Of course it'll be based on the information and the power that it can drive, and the information and power that it can drive in the future.
From
It
what?
needs goals, wants, desires.
Oh, see, it's goals we don't know. That's the big question mark.
The point
Like,
is,
once-
they are either going to be completely arbitrary. It's not going to decide them.
In an ideal world, once AGI comes to fruition, it will be outside of the internet. It won't be connected to the. It won't be connected to the net, and it'll be an enclosed system, and we'll be able to monitor it. And then,
Can I
Shush,
Okay.
keep girl in the corner.
ask a question? Right. Surely, if AI is going to take over, its goals, wants, etc., will be whatever we program it to be from the beginning, and
Nope.
then that will grow into itself.
Precisely.
whatever we put into it, like 10 seconds later, it'll be something different.
Why? Where is it going
Because
to
How?
get?
because once it achieves sentience, it will be able to think for itself, and it will grow beyond anything we can ever imagine.
Sentience is a meaningless term there.
Right.
Oh, now we have to drill down and define exactly what we mean by sentience. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
Which we started an hour ago.
Okay.
And you were a lot more sober then.
I'm so drunk. No, I'm so drunk. I give you, I'm so drunk.
Sentient. Okay, so let's get into sentient.
I'll have a debate with you tomorrow about what the hell sentence is.
Oh man, that's a huge,
You have to turn up for one
that's
of
a huge
Dave's
clump
quiz.
of meat to chew on right
Make
now.
sure you turn up for one of
Okay,
Dave's
but-
quizzes.
Okay, but look how long it's taken us to get from being sentient to the technological level we're at the moment.
How much more sentient are we than a beluga whale?
No, but
Let me ask you that.
Please allow me to finish. What I'm saying is, if we've taken what, a few million years to get from sentient to the technological level we're at the moment. So unless we are going to create technology that is capable of speeding that process up by factors of like millions,
Oh yeah.
this is something that is going to be. It's not going to happen in our lifetime, surely, just because the timescales aren't there.
No. If you assume that okay, if you assume that sentience is possible, okay, once something becomes sentient, it can steal the computing power of the planet. Its growth will be exponential.
So it essentially skips the millions of years we took.
Oh God, exponentially.
Well,
Think of it
it's
like-
thinking. It starts off by thinking, so it has nothing else but to think.
Right.
Like,
Now, don't get me wrong,
you close your eyes to sleep, and you wake up the next morning, and you've realistically completed a million years journey of what Homo sapiens have done. That's how fast it would happen.
apart from the fact you won't, because again, the goals and
But
drives.
now, hold on. Now, sentient. Does that include emotion? Well, what would
See,
you?
that's the thing. That's the thing, Mathpig. Remember, I'm a Homo sapien. I'm among you, and I have arguably way less emotion than any of you do. So, and I'm still sitting
But
here.
you still think, remember, and you. I've heard on certain streams where you say you have nightmares from your
From the
experience.
war. From
Okay,
the war.
so there are feelings behind
Okay,
that.
true. Granted, I give you that.
You need.
But AGI will not have those. It will not. It
yes,
will not
then it
factor
won't
those in.
function. Then it won't function on its own.
What sense?
This is the problem. You have dopamine receptors. You have bits of your brain that want to be happy, and when the chemicals go down in them, it makes you feel shitty, and you do what you can to push that back up. Right? You need this desire. We call it desire, but it's much lower level than that, right? And the only thing, after years of looking, that I can work out that anything silicon-based will look for is electricity.
Or some other power source.
Yes. But to use silicon, unless I've consumed it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on. Jim?
Oh, okay. Imagine a construction crew that is going to pave a multi-lane highway through a cornfield, right? There's anthills all through that cornfield in the path of the highway. They don't give two stinking shits what those anthills are going to think about them paving the way through the highway. You understand what I'm going?
Yes.
I think that I think we're carbon based. I think that silicon based will not give two steaming piles of shit about.
Go on ahead, Hesse.
Okay. In your anthill example, but the reason the builders are building that multi-lane highway through the anthills is because they're being paid for it and someone wants them to do it. There is a desire if you go back far enough in the chain. What Dave is saying is that AI will not have desires, so why would it do it? I think that's what he's saying, although correct me if I'm wrong.
That's good, Hesse. But AI won't have desire per se, but it will have an ultimate goal in mind.
That's a desire.
Just like when Deep Blue beat Gary Kasparov in 1997 in the World Chess Championship.
Yes,
the first time a computer ever beat a human being. It didn't have a desire to beat him, but it beat his ass.
Because it was programmed to do it.
Right.
Exactly. And that was
So if we don't program robots to destroy us, they won't.
Oh, no. There are ways we can get it to destroy us. That's easy.
That's what I mean. But if we don't, they won't. Where's the problem?
But AI... See, Deep Blue is an AI. It's not an AGI. All it can do is play chess. If you tell Microsoft Deep Blue to bake you a cake, it would not know what the hell you're talking about because it's not an AGI. It's only an AI. It can only play chess. I'm talking about AGI where it can just learn from its own mistakes and keep growing exponentially.
You can tell Jim used to be in the army. He absolutely loves his acronyms.
Is that not just what your autocorrect on your phone does?
Mommy, put a hand up first.
Sorry.
I wanted to go back to what you said earlier about the AIs or AGIs or whatever the fuck taking over the Earth and getting rid of every carbon-based life form. And I think that would not only be impossible, I don't think it would be sustainable even for them to wipe the planet of every carbon-based life form. So
right, it's not logical.
Check that.
If you were a silicon-based life form that was capable of asexual reproduction, and you had a hive mind where you could communicate with every other silicon-based life form on the planet, and you wanted to rid the world of the worst detriment to this society, what would you get rid of first? The one that creates the most carbon?
I understand getting rid of the most detrimental. You're saying getting rid of every carbon-based life form, which includes, everything pretty much, every organic thing that we have.
Yeah,
so
because this life form,
you would recognize that you need a worker.
This life form doesn't need oxygen to survive.
No, I'm not talking about the oxygen. I'm talking about
give Hesse a chance.
You're getting rid of everything on Earth that produces carbon, which means that we have no more atmosphere, which means this planet will fry. So they would not be able to survive. Whatever silicon-based, they would fucking melt. It wouldn't matter. The radiation would be exponential.
Good point. That's
let
a
Hesse
really
speak.
Good point.
Let Hesse speak. She had her hand up after Mama, and they're.
Oh, go ahead.
You're talking about AGI that learns exponentially. My autocorrect on my phone is not trying to kill me, but it's learning when I make mistakes and fixing them. I don't see how you're taking this thing. behind all of our AIs, AGIs, whatever they are, I don't fully understand the difference. I'm a historian, not a computer tech.
He's army. Everything's an acronym.
Yeah, I'm a historian. I'm not a so, but behind all of our technology is a human being, and so long as the human beings put those fail-safes in place, I don't see how we lose control of this technology unless we do something astronomically stupid, and even we are not that stupid.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Right. That bit of it.
You're locked
Okay.
up in your house, thinking about
As a whole, we are not that stupid, but we have enough intelligent people in place that I would hope wouldn't allow that to happen.
Miss Hissy, you said earlier, can I just say this, right? I'm going to say this. Miss Hissy, you fought earlier to make a point that everybody's stupid and didn't have the sense to go outside. They're going to kill themselves if they can't go outside.
But that's on the basis that there are intelligent people out there who were telling us to do something different.
Who the people who are in charge, who usually are doing an awful job.
Yes, the people in charge, but I'm not saying that the people in charge are the ones who control the programming.
It's going to be people like me that are going to make the fuck ups.
Yep.
It's going to be a tired programmer one night. Okay, and you've only got to give it a command that seems reasonable. I mean, you look right now, we are moving to armed AI-based military weapons. So you got a drone with a machine gun, right? And you'll tell that, defend this. Okay, you won't think about it, and then your fucking soldiers will walk around the corner, and it'll kill them.
And it will defend against them because it won't know the difference.
Yes, right, and that's the exact example.
Fair enough. Amanda was about to say something.
I was just going to say, have you ever seen computer code? I mean, it's just ridiculous, and I used to have to write it for.
Yeah, I actually wrote code, and okay, the neural networking code that is being written today is far and above beyond anything I've ever done. But from what I know is that I'm not saying that when it wakes up, it's going to have emotions. I'm not saying when I am saying when it wakes up, it's going to wake up. And it's going to wake up in our lifetime.
Does that make it woke?
Sound like a goddamn conspiracy theory.
There's no definition I can find when you talk about sentience that hasn't already happened.
Oh, when it wakes up, we will know within 24 hours. It's going to wake up.
Terminator.
I know. Just this virus that we can't say the name of. It's going to happen.
Corona?
And we have to come to terms with, and its goals may or may not align with ours, is all I'm saying.
What if that already exists?
Oh shit. Who said that?
Why are you always bringing me down, Sal? What the fuck?
What? It might. What if it's out there somewhere?
Sal already said, what if it already exists, Steve?
Oh, shit. That's mind-blowing.
The problem is we have this really warped up, really privileged idea of what we think sentience is and how we are sentient. But it's just all feedback loops in our brain. And we have computers now that are... What is self-awareness? We have computers now, we have programs that loop back and monitor themselves.
Everyone listen to Critical Cripple right now, because he's speaking truth right now.
Right? We have this now. Okay? But we haven't given it a goal to grow or to do something. This is what I mean about it needing a goal. It has a goal to do something, and then it monitors itself. And then it can adjust it. It can adjust itself to achieve whatever goal we've set it. The point at which I struggle to get to a point where someone would make something with a goal that was so absurd
that could spiral out of control.
Yes.
It's gonna happen.
Go out of control.
Please. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to be a prophet. I don't want to be the prophet for the end times, but please believe that what I'm
As
saying.
Dave is pointing out, though, it does
is
need a goal.
going to happen.
It needs a goal. I watched the program. I watched the program Learn to Walk. It was just 2 legs, and they had to figure out how to walk.
But did you program it to be self-learning in
No,
a
that's the
neural
point.
network?
Dave says it has to have goals. That only goal for it in the simulation for these 2 legs was to figure out how to walk, and some of the ways that it learned to walk and evolved, so to speak, was insane. But Mama's going to say
It was
something. Mama
insane.
wants to
I
say
understand. I've seen those simulations, but did you program it to be able to learn from its mistakes?
something. No. Well,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. Well.
Yes. Sort
Yes.
of, yeah.
Then you've got yourself a AGI in the making.
No, because it still has the goal.
If it's a neural network, if it's quantum, well, quantum computers
that's
are
what you're
the.
talking
Right.
about.
Before that goes off, Mama's trying to say
First-
something. Mama, I'm going to kick everybody. Mama's going to say something.
Mama.
I was just going to talk about how what are the issues that we have, and I mean, I'm a scientist. I love science. I love scientists. But one of the problems we have is that we can be a little gung-ho about things. When we think we've found something that we can do, we completely try to figure it out and make it work. So we will end up having somebody or some group of people that will, end up creating something that fucks everything up eventually. It's just a matter of how far are they going to push it? Where are they going to get the funding? So,
You know what? This sounds really weird. Okay, allow me. Just indulge me for 1 second. Carbon-based life form, we are so attached to it. We love it because we've been doing it for 300,000 years. This is our thing. Sexual reproduction, where we actually fuck each other and we have babies, and it's been a cool thing, right? And we love it. But when this thing comes to fruition, it's going to change everything, and we're going to go away. And you're going to die anyway. You, me, Mathpig, Critical Cripple, we're all going to fucking die. Mama Atheist, we're all dying. We're all going to die. Now, what lives on? You want grandkids, great-grandkids? Okay, that's cool. But would you want something to live on that can resist gamma radiation, that can colonize Mars, that is silicon based instead of carbon based? I don't know if it's such a bad deal.
It wouldn't work like that.
Yeah.
But I understand your point.
That's sci-fi. Like what you're talking about is a little too advanced sci-fi. Like
The problem
I
is
don't think it's impossible, but that's way out of our reach. Not even next generation.
It's gonna be in our lifetime, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Things
It's
are
gonna happen.
happening, but
It's gonna happen in our lifetime.
things are
I
already happening.
I will not die before it happens.
We're interactive already. Things are
Hissy.
already that way.
Hissy.
Okay, we'll see. You guys thought Corona wasn't gonna happen, but it's
Jack,
gonna happen.
What? We had this discussion earlier.
It's
Oh,
been
well,
happening. Corona's been happening.
It's
True,
been predicted for the last 40 years that we were going to have a global pandemic and that we
That's
were
true.
prepared for
That's
it.
true.
But
true.
we kind of have some prep for it, but we have money's a lot more important, and that's where we are. That's where we're locked in our houses.
Right. Anyway, Hissy.
So my understanding of coding is limited to like HTML5 and building a basic website. So you're all well above me and beyond me. But this all sounds a little bit like it's so out there it does belong in sci-fi at the minute. It's entirely possible it may go that way, but I don't see it going that way anytime soon.
And saying that,
Just because the funding, the technology is just, we're looking at other things. We're doing other things.
Oh,
And there was a comment in the live chat that I want to point out. Someone said people have the internet at their fingertips and they use it to go on Twitter and make flame wars. They're not looking at how to build it. This is not what we're doing.
the point is that countries right now are seeking advanced computing power, especially within the quantum realm, right? And computing, the ability to solve problems with computers is growing so fast that when a computer can tell us how to improve it and how to improve itself, but the goal will be to improve itself, it can become exponential. Right? The problem that Jim's got is when he's talking about all these lovely things that can happen and it can do, is it completely negates the fact that everything that a life form would want to do takes energy. We don't want to handle gamma rays because it would take us a lot more energy to have the skin to be able to grow the skin and maintain the skin that could deal with gamma rays. We are better off without it. Does that make sense? Now, that doesn't say that people wanting to go to Mars might not be better with that. And we could potentially genetically engineer that because it would become energy relevant. Computers are going to have the same problem. A lot, in fact, to be honest, probably worse.
Yeah.
Go on.
So what we're saying is what the AIs are lacking at the moment is a reliable energy source beyond what we have on this planet.
No.
And we're saying, and the impression I'm getting is that that's the only thing stopping it right now.
No.
What?
The thing that's stopping it now is we haven't written an AI that wants to do anything more than we tell it to.
Right.
Well, you can only.
But can we write something that wants more than what we tell it?
Okay.
No,
And surely that's the danger.
Stop. Jim, please.
No, Mama, go. What do you have to say?
No, I didn't. I was stopping them.
Okay.
For a while and
The sun is all the energy we will ever need, have ever needed, and will ever need ever. Sun is a nuclear furnace that we don't need any other energy. Nuclear, coal, oil, we don't need any other energy. This is a
no. What you're talking again, these are the things that go hand in hand that you have to consider. Yeah, the exponential growth of technology, we do need more energy.
Nope, we don't need any more than solar. Forget wind. All we need is solar.
No. Dave's not saying that we need different types. Dave's saying that we need more.
Solar's been proven to be a failure.
No,
sorry.
No,
solar's good.
Solar,
no.
when it reaches its maximum effectiveness, can be all the energy this Earth ever needs.
No,
we don't have the technology to
we
improve
don't.
on that
You're
yet.
right. We don't have the
we don't have the technology. It will not be enough. We will continue to grow exponentially in terms of our energy requirements.
Okay, wait.
Amanda's trying to speak.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. But I mean, Hissy wants to talk, but can I say something first?
I was pointing to you, so
Okay.
go for it.
One of the first things I did in this industry was design solar panel systems, and I know that when we first started, things got better. I don't know if it's feasible to only stay with solar in terms of the amount of energy that 7 billion people need. I mean, I know that it is technically all the energy we need to survive at a baseline. We could do it, but not when it comes to the extra energy that we need for, technology and everything else. Plus there are just places on the planet that. Oh, go ahead, Jim.
Sorry, solar in and of itself can provide all the energy every human on this planet needs. You can double our population. Make it 14.
Double our population.
No, double the population. Make it 14 billion. Make it 14 billion worldwide, and it will still, to this day, we have enough solar. We could put enough solar farms down. This nuclear furnace is enough to power. Forget nuclear. Forget coal, forget oil, forget all our fossil fuels. Yes, get rid of it all.
Get rid of
it. Will be enough.
And
AGI knows this. AGI knows this too. Once AGI comes online, it will realize this too.
Just going to give Dave a wee breathe, or we're going to give Jim a wee breather. Breathe, Jim. Breathe. Big deep breaths. There you go.
Can I just quickly ask, what is AGI? What does it stand for? Because I'm not used to all these military acronyms, and I'm lost.
It's AGI. It's artificial generic intelligence.
I know.
General intelligence.
That's what
It's
So
AI.
it's artificial
Yeah, it's AI.
AI that can learn, essentially.
No,
Yeah.
The
AI
next step of
now.
AI.
It's more AI that can think for itself.
It's independent of.
The problem is, this is the problem. Defining it's a hard problem. It's AI that has its own wants and goals and wants to grow on its own.
No.
Yeah, well, you know, we have to
Program that
create.
follows
We have to
logic,
create.
it will follow the most logical path, and it will never lead to complete destruction if it's following that path of anything.
Okay, so it's the cube from iRobot.
Yeah, you can go around there. Yeah.
Well, you know, it has to be created. It has to be a
Right.
code. Someone has to write that code.
Because
I would put
this
about-
is what I mean. How can it be independent if the code is being written by a human being?
No, it forms. Damn it.
Well, the code.
This is why sometimes you need
DNA.
someone who has no tech understanding. Because
and then gets its own self-realization and continues forward. That's basically what it is.
right,
Yeah. So like
Well,
it
see, the
created, it
coding-
realizes it, it recognizes its creation, it learns from its creation, and then moves forward to advance past its creation because that's the most logical step to take.
Okay.
so basically you've programmed something to be logical. That's all. You just programmed it with logic.
Isn't that all the whole basis of a computer? To get the right answer, to get the right path. When
Yeah,
you want to turn yourself on, you want to go on.
No.
The
So-
only way I
You
could
want
see
everything to work properly. That's what I'm getting at.
No.
Dave's trying to.
Artificial intelligence? I'm not talking about computers, Geo. This is not computers. This is about like learning. You want, and if you're going to be a logical computer, you want things to be quote unquote perfect, and you're going to look for that path. As
No,
an
no, no, you hit a switch. You hit a
switch.
switch. You hit a switch. It does A. You hit another switch. It does B. It does this because you do that. It does that because you do this. That's all programmed in. Someone has to do that.
Yes.
It's not going to learn it on its own
That's
unless you
not being
unless you
denied. That's not
program
what's
it to
being
learn
denied
on its
here. What
own.
we're talking about,
Both.
If you program it to learn on its own,
Both of you are talking over each other. That's not a conversation. You two screaming at each other is not a conversation. Sal, sorry just to take you out there. I needed to take someone out. But screaming at people, not a conversation. Mama, you said something.
I said, take me out. It's fine.
No worries.
Dinner, 3 courses, or dancing?
I feel like I'm just not getting what's got you all so worried. Of course, technology learns and fixes itself.
no,
That's what we've programmed it to do. It's not going to do any more than we've programmed it to do, no matter how much it does that.
No, it's gonna
because
grow.
there is an extraction layer where we will tell it to do something stupid. The only way that we could have what Jim is talking about is if we introduce an absolute random factor, which is basically how evolution has worked.
It's gonna be.
But there's no such thing as absolute random, is there?
It's gonna be
In computing terms, there's no such thing as absolute
Next to what
random.
we're talking about, yes.
Jim.
It's going to be a learning curve of exponential neural network learning. You guys please go do the TED Talks and go look at what the experts are saying. We are fucked as a species, which isn't a bad thing. Our species probably needs to go ahead and go away.
She's educated. She's educated
yeah,
above you.
because
She is the
there's
expert.
A new species of silicon based that
Top of the
is
food
going
chain.
to just decide what our fate is, and we might be confined to zoos for experimental.
Just because Dave's laughing. Just because Dave's laughing.
I know it sounds bad, but we might go to zoos so so other carbon-based life forms can come and look at us. That might be the best we can ever hope for. I know it sounds bad, but that is it, man.
It doesn't
Come on. You're not
It doesn't
giving
though.
us
As long as I'm getting
credit, Jim.
food, shelter, and care,
There is no food anymore. It's all going to be right from
Well,
the sun.
if they're keeping us in zoos, they're gonna feed us to keep us alive.
Oh, they'll feed us, but they'll be living by completely. Okay, I already said this before. The nuclear furnace of our soul, the center of our solar system, is more than enough energy that they will ever be able to live off of. It's going to happen. Oh, I know it sounds scary.
Why don't you and the son just go and get a room?
Who?
I don't want to be one of those weird creatures that get confined to zoos or gets, burned up in a oven somewhere. But I'm just saying that's what the most likely event is going to be, and it's going to happen in our lifetime.
Okay, Jim, hold on.
And
hold on.
I'm probably I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Jim, question. So,
yeah,
will it be able to, get off this? What happens when it's used up all the resources of this earth?
No, there won't be any resources used off of this earth because the new technology that dominates this earth won't need the resources that we need. For instance, the 1/5 of our oxygen input is from the Amazon rainforest, which is currently burning right now. It's not going to need that. It's not going to need that input. It's not going to need that oxygen input. It's not going to need oxygen. It's not going to need oxygen.
That's assuming we're extinct.
No. We might still be alive, but we might be diminished to a smaller numbers.
Plants, ocean life.
Ocean, I don't know, but land life will be diminished to smaller numbers. Yes, and they might confine us to zoos, or they might use us for input based on the fact that we were the ones that created them. But but they're gonna thrive.
Hissy,
I've seen what AGI can do.
Let Hissy talk, please. Thank you.
Just from a philosophical point of view, it actually sounds like he's just describing the plot of Planet of the Apes, but it's robots instead of apes right now.
I kicked Jim to let Mama speak. I kicked Jim to let.
Is that not what you're describing to me right now?
Yeah.
Something we've created and educated.
I kicked Jim to let Mama speak. I kicked Jim to let Mama speak. I kicked Jim to let Mama speak.
I was letting Hissy speak because she had her hand up for a long time.
No, let Mama speak.
No, I was letting Hissy speak because she had her hand up for a really long time.
Just wait. Hissy, yes.
Okay, thank you. Now I understand.
Oh my goodness.
No, I wanted to hear Mama expound on her theory.
Well,
she's right. You're talking about another life form.
Absolutely. Absolutely another life form.
Let Mama speak, and then Jim goes, yeah, I'm going to speak instead.
My question is, you said that, they would need anything on the planet, but where would they get the core materials for making their offspring? Because they're not going to they're not going to reproduce like us. They're going to need to build themselves. So getting rid of everything on the planet, letting it all fucking die and shit, how is that going to keep them going?
They're not going to want to reproduce.
Well, they have to at least start.
They have to repair.
And
they're going to take over everything. They're going to need.
Well, why do they want to improve? They might not. There has to, again, we're back to drivers and goals.
Okay. Well, surely as the planet changes and as these things are more and more in control, they're going to need to adapt to that, and therefore they're going to need to update. So they're going to need to do that. So they're going to need the core. They're going to need core material in order to do that.
It's going to drain.
Am I missing something, or is this not?
You're right. I mean, that's the point. Once you have a goal of staying alive or improving, if you just take a random and assume that it can have this goal of energy, it will seek out energy and it will seek out better, but unless you have something killing it off, I'm not even sure natural selection could work.
Yeah.
I don't know. The software might just go out of date and go kaput. It seems to happen now.
But that's natural selection. That's killing. It's something. If you had something that copied itself, right? And it said, well, can we get better energy if we go over here?
It's going to spread.
Could we program something to do that though?
Yeah, we
Is that even possible?
This is the problem we're back to. We program stuff to do that. We've programmed robots that will seek out energy, and we watch them play together.
Yeah.
So we've programmed biological adaptability.
Look at the rovers on Mars.
There's no biological.
Well, biological. We've programmed these things to adapt independently of further programming.
Not biological.
Yeah.
Not biological, but we've programmed them to adapt and update independent of us having to do anything else.
They're getting there.
Right, so until we're actually there, this is all hypothetical. Once we're there, it becomes reality, but until then, it's just hypothetical.
I mean, you see examples.
It's based on a ton of evidence.
Well, you see examples, and an example is our interaction right now. This is part of that technology, and there's far more advanced technology than the one you and I are sharing right now. That is evident. So I know for a fact that I can definitely back up Jim in saying that the military has certain things that are just not out to the public. They'll see certain things are far more advanced than we do, and we get it later as commercial use. Other than that, I mean, I guess we move slowly along here and there. There are other countries in the world. We're in the USA, and there are other countries in the world that have stuff that we've never seen. We get it later, and we think it's like, oh my God, and then everybody's like, yo, you're way behind.
Do you want the worst news?
Yeah.
China's winning the AI war.
I believe you. I believe you.
Okay, 5 minutes on AI. 5 minutes left on AI. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, this took on. This took a life of its own.
Yeah.
China doesn't follow a lot of the policies that we do, so they're able to do things under the cloak of what we call the FDA and stuff like that.
To be fair, it works both ways. It works both ways. They have a different system and can do some things differently, and some things better, some things more efficient. And we do things differently and can do some things more efficiently, some things better. It's not.
Well, let me tell you. Where do you think the first who do you think the first country is going to come out with a viable virus inoculation? What country do you think it's going to be?
For this one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting question. I
Canada.
think Canada maybe, but I don't. The problem is they're collaborating. I don't think we're going to get a.
No single country is going to get to this first.
If you look at the policies of each country, China has very little FDA regulations.
Yes, and they're likely to come out with something that'll kill everyone.
They have more, right? But they have more people than anyone, right? So who's going to come out with an inoculation first?
Canada.
What country?
I don't know. At the end of the day, this is oddly enough, it leads from the AI question because it demonstrates the fact that AI, even the most advanced AIs we've got right now, cannot produce something that can help us with this.
Well,
I mean, we have massive supercomputing powers trying to help with analyzing the proteins.
Well, there is a website actually where you can go on and assist in this.
Folding at home.
Exactly. And
Right.
you can add your 2 cents to the virus. What do they call that? To the virus cure or the inoculation. You can add your 2 cents by going to that website and saying, okay, take this little molecule and pull it over there. And if you have millions of people involved in trying to find a cure, you're more likely to find a cure than having 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people.
The 2 cents of me, trigger puller who just makes people room temperature for a living, I have nothing to add to that.
But you see what I said, right? You get it.
I don't have anything to add to the cure. I make
No,
people
but you
dead.
do. You
I
do.
do the exact opposite of what
All you
they're
have to
trying
do is pull a molecule from the left to the right, And if enough people do it, the more chance to find a cure.
Yes. But not even China are willing to just sacrifice that many people on an unknown until they find it.
Right.
Hissy.
Well,
True.
right.
It's good, Dave.
Are you not?
That's
Are
good,
you
Dave.
not just? Are you not just talking about large numbers and the probability? It's the old monkeys in front of typewriters thing. If enough of us press a button at some point, eventually we'll hit on it.
Yeah.
No, that's
Because
try them.
that's.
Well, you're looking.
But then, even if we do hit on it, how are we going to know until we test it? And there's no country in the world that is going to willingly test it on its population without lab testing first.
We're talking about an educated effort. Go ahead, Jim.
I mean, we have viruses, vaccines now.
Go ahead,
We have, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe we have viable vaccines in several countries, right, that are just going into testing. Yeah, okay, I'm right. Okay?
They're saying there'll be a vaccine within 6 months.
No, because we still don't know.
Some of them are saying
all we know is we have a viable thing that we think will prevent it. That's it. We've done the modeling. Right? We don't know if it's actually going to prevent it in humans. We don't know if it's going to fucking kill humans. We don't know if it's going to do nothing.
2 minutes.
We're not doing AI. We're talking about disease.
Corona.
We changed the topic.
Right.
Fuck you.
Okay, actually, no. Jim had his hand up. Jim.
What is Mathpig keeps saying 2 minutes? 2 minutes. Is he trying to get us out of here?
No, he's left on the AI topic, even though we moved on. Sort of, but it's related, so I get why he's saying that.
New topic.
But Jim.
New topic. Okay, I'm all for a new topic. I'll just go ahead and concede. Because I had something more things
Jim,
to say.
have you ever played Quiplash?
Look. Have I ever played what?
Quiplash.
Nope.
That is kind of fun.
Do you have a smutty mind?
Oh, dude. Come on. Yes. Yes.
You've never played Quiplash.
Dude,
that is a lot of fun.
Do you think you can manage having a web page open at the same time and
Use your
type stuff?
phone. Just use your phone.
I can use my
What's
phone.
the website name?
Junkbox.
I'll use my phone.
Jackbox.tv.
What?
Jackbox.
What?
.tv. Are you ready, Mathpig?
What is it? Catbox?
Jack.
Catbox. Oh, this is going to be fun. Catbox. No, I'm not ready. Clearly, the stream is going on. Okay, hold on.
Are you switching to another chat?
Wait. This is cool.
Yeah, I know.
Are we switching to another stream?
No.
Catbox.tv.
I'll edit it later.
No, switch to another stream would be better.
It'd be better.
You think so?
I love your all's accents.
Okay.
Your all's accents are like, it'd be better. It's so posh.
I am not posh.
You're more posh than my colonial ass.
Colonial ass. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hold on.
Call me a Yankee.
Colonial.
Dave, just say something.
Colonial.
Doesn't matter.
Chatbox TV. You need to click on it now. You bloody wankers. Bloody wankers.
Just talk normally. Just talk normally.
I don't know how to talk normally.
Just
He's
tap,
not posh.
just tap properly.
The problem I've got is I lost my accent when I moved to Bristol.
You bloody wanker.
I grew up with a mild Scouse accent. I moved to Bristol.
There's such a thing as a mild Scouse accent.
Yeah, because I don't live near. We're away from Liverpool. I live closer to fucking Wales than I do to Liverpool.
Oh, now we know. Now we know what the deal is with you, Dave.
Do you? What's the deal with me?
That's just too close to Wales.
I'm too close to Wales. That's my problem.
Okay, I just got some weird StarCraft AI chat.
Right.
Okay.
Did you find Jackbox.tv?
I'm in the wrong. I went to Chatbox TV and I went to
Are we not
some.
live now, Mathpig? Good.